All right, let's see if we got the stream up. All right, perfect. We got the stream up. Great. Fantastic. All right, let's get restream. All right, there we go. Titles are updated. That is Gucci, and we're ready. Okay. Let's see. NASDAQ Composite is seeing some friction this morning, trading down roughly 0.16%, around 23,066. Well, no, that was 24,805. For the NQ futures traders, we are seeing a wobble as the market digests yesterday's massive jobs report and this morning's fresh data. Key levels to keep an eye on is the 200 and today's pivot levels, with the volatility coming off of earnings and the opening range breakout. But that was a good one. If you traded the orb this morning, you would have definitely gotten a killer trade out of it this morning. I will say that, because you would have broken right there. The first test, and then that second one that it just gave it up and it just was nonstop. That was the trade right there. That's sick. Seems like investors are pushing rate cuts further out to July. Did you guys see that? Yeah, I saw that on Polymart. The odds on the rate cuts were going up or going down. Well, I guess they were going in favor of there not being a cut. Was higher. Yeah, that's the better way to put it. Still dealing with jobless cuts. Sorry, team. It's just, we're in that choppy session because it is the midday, so the morning trades have already happened. So it's just one of those that we're just kind of just waiting to see if we're either going to break this level to the upside or the downside. Really, you got to wait and see if we can get below 24,803 or if we can get above 24,921. So those would be the two areas of interest for me right now in the market, is if we can get outside of either of those ranges. Otherwise, we're just going to consolidate here for New York lunch. We do lose a lot of volume during this time of day. Looks like silver might even be an inch in further down. Oh, I didn't get chat up. I don't have chat up right now. How's everybody doing in Discord today? Everybody doing all right? Everybody green? I'm sure a ton of you all should be green this morning. Michael's calling out those bangers again. I was insane. What did he close out at? It was like an easy 25K, I think he closed out with today. I like the sizing that Mike takes. It's good stuff. That one. Okay, good. All right, all my chats are up. Yeah, so we got the holiday next week. So I guess we are going to have kind of a muted week next week, right? Didn't even realize that. Let's put up the disclaimer. Get that over with since we are live now. Swap over to the hot sheets. Perfect. This consolidation is going to be a nightmare. UBS Wealth Management sees S&P reaching 7,700 by year end. Wow. Another 1,000 points to the upside. That's crazy. Well, it's working. So, woo-wee. So it seems like AI trade is seeing some rotation today following a flurry of earnings, right? We've got AMD, NVIDIA news up 1%, risk on sentiment returning to chip sector. NVIDIA remains the key move on NQ right now. You could see that today in the session because we had a pretty nasty sell off on NVIDIA. Dragging Nasdaq significantly lower, but tech sector as a whole, you got Cisco down 7%, got App down 6%, MU, SNDK up actually. So Micron is starting to gain volume with the production of the HBM4 chips, right? Those are coming out, so those are meeting the AI demand. That's probably the other side of the AI bubble. And then MVCR, which is a massive Nasdaq mover, following FDA approval for that pancreatic cancer treatment. So they're up 34% for the day. They're gonna break this bear flag. Yeah, a lot of volatility in the market. Also Bitcoin still holding below 70K. So it's also having a disappointing week. Robinhood is down 9%, but That's just crypto affecting them. They're so heavy in the crypto space. That really just hurts them. VIX trading near 17. What is the VIX sitting at right now? Let's take a look at it. VIX is at $20 right now, 20.09. Got a pretty massive fall to come out. Yeah, we're probably going to see more downside on this. It looks like they're already pushing it. Wow, that's insane. Yeah, how much further are they going to sell us during New York lunch? Not a lot of volume. That seemed to say I'm looking at M&Q, not even NASDAQ. Yeah, it does look like silver is starting to catch a bid now, trying to break to the upside. We're still